Good morning, everyone. Today is January 11th. I'm here to do a very impromptu reading for Gemini. We had the full moon yesterday here in the United States, and we have a few things going on. We've got a lunar eclipse in the moon, which is in the sign of Cancer, which is very emotional and also good for clearing. And then we also have some planets conjuncting. And as I have said before, I am not an astrologer or an astronomer, so I just am here to read tarot. But I welcome back the Gemini Sun Tarot 1111 tribe. As I said, this is very impromptu. Today we're going to be using the Radiant Wise Tarot. You know, this is one of my favorites. And then we'll also pull a few from the Goddess Guidance Oracle. I have my crystals laid out. I've got some relaxing music, some healing energy music going on, my candle going. I have already shuffled the deck in the interest of time, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, this is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, or Gemini Rising. If you're not sure what your rising and moon signs are, you can go out to Cafe Astrology and put in your information and get a natal chart, and that will break down everything for you. And then of course you can also use the internet to learn a little bit more about what each of those things means and how it affects the journey that you're on. If this doesn't align with your energies, then I would suggest you check another YouTuber. That there's a lot of good YouTubers out there who are doing readings right now. It is a very energetic time on the planet. I apologize to you for my energy. I'm a Gemini. I'm especially being affected by this, like I'm getting an astral ass kicking right now, excuse my French. But anyway, without further ado, let us get started. So what are the universal energies coming forward for Gemini during this full moon, lunar eclipse, major conjunction in Cancer for Gemini? We're just going to do like I usually do, just I'll just keep letting some cards drop until it feels like it's time. And that usually turns out to be about 9 to 14 cards is usually what happens. What do the Geminis that are watching need to know? What are the energies for Geminis who are watching this on July 11th, 2020? Now this could also be for cross watchers if you have your eye on a Gemini, or you have a relationship with a Gemini, or you work with a Gemini, or you have a Gemini in other aspects of your chart. And we will see what's going on. So I hope you're all doing okay. I live in the mid-Atlantic states, one state, state of emergency. And today it's like 67 degrees. So I've got the windows open, and the neighbor across the street came over. I was sitting out on my porch having breakfast and having a cup of coffee, and he's like, "Oh, I remember when this happened last time." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "We've had weather like this in January before, and you know what came after?" I was like, "No, what?" "A blizzard." I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't want a blizzard. I mean, I have a snowblower. And since I bought my snowblower, we've had very little snow. Come on, universal energies. What else do we need to know for Gemini? Is there any other message for Gemini? What do we need to know? There's a few more. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, we got Judgment reversed on the bottom of the deck. And excuse my hair, it's looking kind of funky right now. I just had it done, and the lady at the beauty shop got a little crazy with the curling iron, and she's like, "You want me to curl it?" I was like, "Okay." And this is what I have for now. Okay, so let me set these out. Looks pretty, wow. Very nice. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick, hold on. We actually wound up with 13 cards coming out. So let me tell you what we have, and then I'll go through and kind of look at it and see what kind of story this tells us. Again, this is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and rising. So if you have other placements in your chart, you're going to want to check with some other astrology, horoscope readers, tarot scope readers. So the first card you have is the Six of Wands, or the Six of Staves. Oh, my light went off. Hold on. Is that a little bit better? Maybe not. I don't know. Behold, my hall of doors. Anyway, I'm sorry. We're going to see if we can live with this light here. So as I said, the Six of Wands. So this is victory. Look, you're proud. Your horse is very gallant and trotting on forward. You've got the wreath of victory, and all of the staves / wands are all have new growth. So you've overcome something, or you've overcome a challenge, or you've embarked on something new that has some sort of intellectual achievement here that you have conquered. Like the staves, the wands talk about things that are strategic and intellectual, more guidance driven, like things that you're planning to embark on. The next card that came out was the Empress. Okay, so the Empress is very fertile. Sometimes this talks about pregnancy, but she's the epitome, of the mother. She holds her little wand there, and she's sitting on her throne. She's very feminine. She's got all the beautiful foliage in the back, the greenery in her forest, and the rivers running calmly through it. So she's a balanced feminine, divine feminine. Your mother, your wife, your older sister, someone who gives you guidance. It could be a woman, or it could be someone that has the feminine energy. The next card that you've got is the Ten of Cups. So this is complete joy, happy life, happy partnership, happy relationship, happy at work. The children are playing. You're looking over your expanse of land, and there's a rainbow above. This is, other than the sun, this is like the epitome of a happy life. Then you've got the Hierophant, and he's in reverse. The Hierophant, generally, if you see him upright, see the two, like the monks standing below him, and he's got a religious symbol in one hand and his other hand reaching up to the heavens with the other hand. He's someone who's like a spiritual teacher. So this is in reverse. This might be talking about your need to go within to deal with maybe some existential or some spiritual issues that you might be feeling right now. And that doesn't surprise me, because what we're going through with all of this crap with the planets and everything that's going on globally right now, there's a lot of funky stuff happening, and it's very much related to these planetary alignments. Then you've got the Queen of Swords. So this is not speaking up for something that's important to you, something that you feel the need to talk about. You're biting your tongue. You're still sitting on your throne, but maybe you don't feel comfortable coming forward and saying what you have to say. And then you've got the Hermit reverse. So again, this is someone who upright goes inward and is introspective, and to look for their inner guidance. So you might be feeling just a little out of sorts and either unwilling or not in the right mindset to go within. Interesting. Then you've got the King of Cups. So the King of Cups represents emotions. But the King of Cups is also a very strong male energy leader kind of person. He could be your boss. He could be your partner. Oh, my light just went out. Can you guys still see me okay? Let's see if I can get it on again. I don't know if we really need it. I don't know why it's on a timer or something. I have to check that out. Apologize. But you see, he's floating. His throne is floating on water that's not exactly calm. He's got his cup. He's actually got a couple of cups there. One's bigger than the other. This man is able to influence other people to get things done for him. But he's not a mean person, but he's someone who maybe he leads from the heart. So you might be influenced by this person. And then you've got the Queen of Cups, and these two were actually side by side, but look, they're not, well, how they fell out in the deck, actually, how they fell out in your reading is like this. So this may be your partner and you, or the person that you're thinking about and you. This is a romantic situation. You came out together in the deck and you're looking at each other. Even though she's looking down at her cup, which is more like an urn, and she has like a covering over it, she's considering who she wants to give her cup of love to, or give her energy, or her heart, or her feminine energy to. And maybe she wants to give it to this knight, or I'm sorry, this king. Interesting. Or they're working together on something. I think that's very auspicious. Then you've got this Knight of Wands in reverse. And this guy comes in and he's kind of reckless. He's like charging, dun da da da. And he's got his wand. He's very intent on what he's about to do. But in reverse, I would say that's slow movement. And this is also a very passionate person. So maybe if we're talking about a romantic situation, it could be that, this is going on, but maybe some of the passion in your relationship is gone. And I'm not saying this is strictly a relationship reading. Take it as you will. It could also be about your enthusiasm about your work or project, or what's going on in your life in general. Following that is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, my gosh, I'm so sorry. So this guy is really responsible with his money. And in the reverse, you might be really having some money issues, or thinking about what you're going to be doing with your finances right now. But not to fear, because what came out after that is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, while it generally talks about, a cup of love and your cup runneth over, and you see the divine energies coming down from the heavens, and the hand reaching out from heaven, coming down, you see it overflows into the water, and there's flowers down there. So again, this is a very abundant card, and it's coming right after this holdup with the coins and the resources. So I think I see a progression here into some level of abundance, whether it's romantic or heartfelt, receiving or giving. But it also could be, some sort of financial new opportunity or something like that, and something that's coming up that you're going to be very abundant. Then you got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and Pentacles again are resources and coin, and it's reversed. In the upright, you see it's a balancing act, and in the background there's, the ships on a very wavy sea, and they're going up and down, representing the challenges. And in the reverse, it seems like there's some sort of decision that you might need to be making, and you're having difficulty making that decision. And, the pentacles are in an everlasting loop there. They just keep going around and around. So it's not like he's dropped them or anything like that. They're pretty secure. It's just like a decision-making type of thing, or maybe, again, the ability to not feel like you're able to make a decision right now. And then the very last card is the Seven of Swords. And this is, I'm going to check this light again. I'm sorry. I guess it's only good for like 10 minutes at a time. All these things we buy. Anyway, this dude in the upright, he's very, very sneaky. Like, he tries to get away with something. He slips away when no one's noticing. He leaves a couple of swords behind, but he was running off with your stuff. This could literally be about watch who you let in your house, because they might take something. And in the reverse, this is ending shady behavior, basically. It could be you. It could be the cross-watcher if you're watching this reading for Gemini. So you might need to be reflecting on how you are behaving or contributing to everything else that's going on in the rest of this reading. But this is maybe changing your ways type of thing, or maybe changing how you're looking at stuff, because swords is information communication. So maybe you need to change how you're communicating with some of these people that are coming up in your reading, so that your cup will runneth over again. Because you see, you've got Victory, then you've got the Empress, and then you've got the Ten of Cups. So this starts out very, very, very auspiciously and abundantly. Then you go through this whole Hierophant and Queen of Swords, lack of communication, not being willing or not feeling like you can go within, or having difficulty going within. Yet you've got your King and Queen here of the Cups, which is love. Maybe there's a lack of passion. You've got the King of Pentacles reversed. Again, slowness with the resources and the money, but eventually your cup's going to run over. It might take you a little while to make this decision, either in whatever aspect of your life, whether it's relationship or your job or a project or entrepreneurship or whatever it is you're thinking about, and just paying attention to your behavior and changing your waves. Maybe there's something else you need to do, because you got Judgment reversed, and again, this is an inability to make a decision, or for a decision to be arrived at. The next card in the deck, we usually go with that because that's kind of like a theme, you know, ability to make an indecision, which kind of, really the rest of this kind of look like that. But look what else is beneath that is the Nine of Swords. So this is sleepless nights and worry. So, you know, we want to get in a position where we're not overthinking things, and that's keeping us up at night. And the very next card that came out was the High Priestess. There's a lot. You've got some... You've got the High Priestess and you've got the Hierophant in your reading. Those are major arcana, and Judgment. Those are major arcana cards. So you got something going on you're trying to make a decision about, or some kind of spiritual maybe struggle that you're dealing with, or something going on within. Because the Hierophant calls for you. The High Priestess, I mean, she's your female divine energy, spiritual seer. Like if you had someone you went to for advice or whatever, that's her, whoever you depend on to give you good advice. And there are religious connotations with this, because the actual symbolism on here relate to things out of the Bible. And she's got the pomegranate. She's very fertile. She gives good information. You see she has the cross on her chest. But then, so this also could be, maybe you're not feeling comfortable going to a man about this, but you are feeling comfortable going to a woman about this. But this, you know, these two, what I'm feeling, these two might be the other aspects of your relationship here. If you're in relationship, and again, this could be a water, you know, you might both be water, no, you can't both be water signs, because this is for Gemini, but this is your emotional self. You may be dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And again, it is the Cancer moon that's eclipsing, and we had the full moon in, right? And spiritual issues surrounding this relationship. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know how that relates to you. Only you're going to know how that relates to you. I'm going to hit this light one more time, because I'm not giving up. All right, let's go ahead and see how that resonates with you. Yeah, I would appreciate it if you comment below, because I like to know how this resonates with you, with my followers. And it might not be for everybody. It might just be for one or two of you. But very interesting. And it doesn't surprise me that there might be emotional and spiritual things going on, because that's what the moon and the lunar eclipse and the constellation of Cancer period is a very emotional, you know, the moon governs Cancer. So a lot of emotions swimming around there, good, bad. Let's see what came out here for the guidance. the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I always mess those words up, I'm sorry. You got Rhiannon. It's a beautiful card. Look, you see the moon? It's very interesting. The moon and the shoo, shoo. That's just what I'm feeling. That's her veil. But it's almost like she's being swept up in the feelings of the moon. She's on her unicorn, right? That's the absolute epitome of happiness there. And dreams and illusions though too. Let's see what it says. But it's like being swept up into the moon. Maybe you're being swept away by the moon's energies. I know, I feel, I'm feeling like that. All right, Gemini, you are a magical person. Let's see, you know, magical person, right? Who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So what were we talking about here? You know, you're trying to make a decision, just slow down and going within, right? You got the Hierophant, you got the High Priestess, spiritual and intuitive, using your intuition, and you know, the overall energy, the Judgment in reverse. I think my kitty's coming over to see us. Let's pull a couple more of these Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Olivia, do you feel like you want to be in the video? She's a hot mess. All right, hold on. Isis, past life. Are you dealing with a soulmate or a twin flame? Gemini, is that what's happening with you? Have you come back to repeat this cycle? Maybe that's what's going on. This situation involves your past life memories. You know, and I gotta tell you, I don't know every single one of these cards, but I think this really goes in with this reading. Again, could be illumination up above her, and again, her clothing like being swept up and away. Past life, this situation involves your past life memories. Let's do one more. I love these oracle cards. But yeah, you know, totally seeing that with these readings. You know, you're in relationship with someone who is a Cancer, or it's a very emotional situation. You're being, maybe you're second guessing yourself or reassessing the relationship, the situation that you're in. But I see abundance and great joy and happiness here. Let's do one more because one flipped out already. Let's just get one more. One more for Gemini. One more oracle card for Gemini, please. Let's get one more. All right. Okay. Let me read to you the first one that just flipped. Bright. Don't back down. And as we said, bright. Oh, Lord. My light fell completely off. So we're not going to deal with that, are we? That's the message. Bright. Whoo. Get it, girl. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. You definitely got something going on here. And what is she holding? A flame. It's like a universal fire, or her heart chakra, right? Look at that energy in that card. It's beautiful. And the very last one that flipped out, and I kind of chuckled because it's Dana, the High Priestess. Who else did you get? So whether you're a female or a male watching this, you know, tarot is not gender specific, it's the energies. So this is very tapping into your, very strong message to tap into your intuition here. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So maybe you're also a tarot reader, maybe you're involved in religion or healing of some sort. I think this was a really good reading, very interesting, you know, so I would say if you're struggling with anything that's going on right now, or you know, you're doing a balancing act here and you don't feel like you're being successful, don't give up, you know. You are a magical person, right? You're the sorceress. You're the high priestess. Keeps telling you you're the high priestess. You got this. You might have come back for this. So hang in. You got it. All right, I thought it was a lovely reading. I'm glad I did this because I was really feeling, I haven't been doing individual astrological signs, but that's something I want to start doing. So again, this was for Gemini and just for the full moon, lunar eclipse, and this conjunction of the planets that's coming up. You can learn more about that on the internet. It's all over YouTube and everything because very global impacts right now on individuals and on the planet. So I hope that aligned with some of the energies that are going on with you and for the cross watchers. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll be doing another reading for the collective just for the middle of January through the end of January. So thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.